Welcome to Mindshift Daily. There's a quiet moment that most people never talk about. It's the moment after you've taken a bold step. Maybe you've started something new. Maybe you've finally stood up for yourself. Or maybe you've just made a decision to change your life. And you look around, and no one notices. No applause. No recognition. Just silence. That moment, that sacred and lonely silence, is where heroes are born. Being your own hero means becoming the person who claps for you, believes in you, shows up for you, even when the world doesn't. Especially when the world doesn't. We often think of heroes as people who wear capes, save lives, and hear crowds chanting their names. But real-life heroes? They rise quietly. They fight battles no one sees. They keep going when there's no cheering, no validation, just a burning desire to change, and the discipline to stay the course. So what does that hero look like in real life? They're the person who chooses to keep growing, learning, and pushing forward, even when it's hard, even when it's thankless. They don't just chase outcomes. They live with intention. They build character in silence. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the version of you 1 year from now. Where are you standing? What are you doing? How do you feel waking up in the morning? Are you proud of who you've become? Or are you haunted by the chances you didn't take? It all starts here with self-reflection, because becoming your own hero means having the courage to ask the hard questions. Who are you when no one is watching? What do you truly want out of this life? What are the habits, patterns, and people that keep pulling you back into the old you? Without self-awareness, we drift. We chase approval, mimic others, and forget to listen to our own voice. But when you begin to reflect, really reflect, you start to gain clarity. And clarity is power. Write it down. Your ideal future self. Your dream. Your why. Be honest. Be specific. Don't write what sounds good to others. Write what wakes you up inside. Maybe it's building your own business. Maybe it's losing the weight, running the marathon, getting the degree, or just finding peace with who you are. Whatever it is, own it, because that's your starting line. Now take it one step further. Revisit that vision weekly. Let it guide your actions. Let it become your North Star. Then set your sights not just on a finish line, but on the path you must walk. Long-term goals are not fantasies. They are promises you make to your future self. Promises built not on perfection, but on persistence. Start small, but think big. Dream in decades, but act in days. If your dream is to run a marathon, today's action might be buying your first pair of running shoes or walking a single mile. Ask yourself, what can I do today, right now, that moves me 1 inch closer to that version of me I just imagined? Heroes are built inch by inch. And remember, progress is not about pace. It's about direction. You don't need to sprint. You need to start and not stop. Every journey worth taking comes with resistance. It's not a matter of if, it's when. There will be mornings when you want to stay in bed. Days when the doubt creeps in louder than your dreams. Moments when failure feels like the only outcome in sight. And that's exactly when you must remember, this is what growth feels like. Obstacles are not stop signs. They are training grounds. They sculpt your character and test your commitment. Think of every setback as a rep in the gym of life, resistance that makes you stronger. Like muscles, growth only happens when you're under some form of stress. So, how do you overcome these challenges? First, prepare for them. Don't wait to be blindsided. Visualize the roadblocks that might come your way. Lack of motivation, unexpected failures, criticism from others, burnout, fear. Write them down. Then, next to each one, write your counterattack. Create a resilience journal with 2 columns, challenge, response. This is how you stay ready. Second, build a support system, even if it's just one person who gets it. Maybe it's a friend, a mentor, a book, or even your own journal. You don't need a crowd. You need truth. You need reminders. You need someone or something that pulls you back into the fight when your willpower fades. Third, create systems, not just goals. Motivation is fleeting. Systems create consistency. If your goal is to get fit, your system is your workout schedule, your meal prep, your sleep habits. If your goal is to write a book, your system is your daily word count, your writing space, your deadlines. Systems build momentum, and momentum is your secret weapon. And finally, talk to yourself, not just listen. When fear whispers, speak louder. When self-doubt says you can't, shout back with "Watch me." Your inner dialogue shapes your destiny. Be your own coach. Be your own champion. Transform your inner monologue. Change "I'm not good enough" to "I'm learning and improving daily." Every challenge you face is an invitation to rise, to adapt, to persist. And remember this, the obstacles on your path are not in the way, they are the way. You're not just on a journey of goals, you're on a journey of growth. And the best way to stay inspired is to recognize that every step forward, no matter how small, is a win. In a world obsessed with big moments, you must become someone who celebrates the quiet victories, the ones no one sees but matter the most. Did you get out of bed today despite the weight on your shoulders? That's a win. Did you show up to the gym when it would have been easier to quit? That's a win. Did you make a healthy choice? A brave decision? Or one small move towards your dream? That's a win. Don't wait for others to recognize your progress. Clap for yourself. Light your own path with the sparks of your persistence, because it's in these little triumphs that your future is being built. Gratitude is your fuel. When you pause to be grateful, not just for what's ahead, but for what's already here, your perspective shifts. You go from focusing on what's missing to recognizing what's growing. And growth, when acknowledged, multiplies. Start a gratitude ritual. Use a sticky note on your mirror or keep a small notebook by your bed. Every evening, write down 3 things you did well or feel thankful for. They can be tiny. They can be unfinished. But acknowledge them. Gratitude rewires the brain. It teaches your mind to see possibilities instead of problems. And when things go wrong, because they will, gratitude becomes your anchor. It reminds you of how far you've come, even when you're not yet where you want to be. Motivation doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. And those whispers, found in quiet acts of discipline and soft moments of joy, are what carry you forward. Keep a victory log or a proof of progress notebook. Read it when you feel like giving up. They're proof that you're not who you used to be. You're evolving step by step. Celebrate your story as it unfolds, because becoming your own hero isn't about waiting for a finale. It's about learning to love every chapter, even the ones without applause. Let's get practical. Being your own hero isn't just a mindset, it's a lifestyle. It's built from 1,000 choices made with intention, and it's sustained through discipline, not drama. So here's some grounded advice to carry with you. Wake up early, not for productivity hype, but for peace. The early hours of the day are sacred. Use them to reflect, to read, to move, to breathe. Move your body every day, not because you hate how you look, but because you love how it feels to be alive. Journal your thoughts. When the world gets noisy, your mind becomes a battlefield. Writing is how you clear the fog. It's how you remind yourself of who you are and what you're becoming. Spend time alone, not in loneliness, but in solitude. Know how to enjoy your own company. That's where you find clarity, and clarity builds confidence. Stop negotiating with your excuses. Every excuse sounds reasonable until you realize it's been stealing your dreams. Instead of saying "I'll start when things calm down," say "I'll start now," even if it's messy. Here's a story. There was a young man named Alex who wanted to change his life. He didn't have support. He didn't have resources. He had only a notebook and a commitment to never miss a day of of journaling and movement. 1 year later, everything about him changed, not because of one big moment, but because he stacked 365 small wins. That young man, it could be you, it could be any of us. That's the power of daily consistency. And finally, speak these affirmations over your life, not just once, daily, until they feel real, because they are. I am becoming stronger every day. I trust the process, even when the path is unclear. I have everything within me to create the life I envision. My small efforts compound into big transformations. I am worthy of respect, love, and success, starting with how I treat myself. I am my own greatest ally, my own loudest cheerleader, my own quiet champion. Being your own hero doesn't mean you walk alone. It means you lead yourself forward, even when no one's watching. It means trusting that one day, the world will see the light you've been building in silence. Keep going. You're not just chasing a better life. You're becoming a better you. There will come a time when you have to make a choice, not between success and failure, but between who you are and who you're meant to be. And that choice doesn't arrive with fireworks or fanfare. It shows up in the grind, in the repetition, in the decision to keep showing up when no one is watching. Discipline is not about perfection. It's not about waking up at 5 a.m. every day or having the perfect routine. It's about consistency. It's about doing what you said you would do,